All right, guys, Josh Lewis here with JeWeL Bowling for another Tips and Trick Thursday. This week, we're going to be talking about release and how you can manipulate your release to change your ball reaction down lane. We're also going to focus on getting your thumb out early and a couple drills you can do to actually improve your release and consistency. So let's get into it. Okay, today we're talking about release. The most important thing about releasing the bowling ball is that your thumb does not help the bowling ball come off your hand. In fact, the only reason we use our thumb, for those that are still using our thumb, is to keep the bowling ball on your hand in the backswing. On the downswing, you really need to get your thumb out before your fingers. So that means your thumb is coming out while your wrist is below the bowling ball. Your fingers are still in the ball, and that allows you to actually rotate your fingers around the bowling ball as you release. So we're here, our thumb is coming out of it right about there, ball still in our palm, and our fingers are then coming around, putting that motion on the ball. We have a couple drills that we can do on the lanes or at home to help practice our release. One of the drills we can do, I like to do on a knee. You can either do it on the ball return or here at the lane. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be sliding the ball forward and back. Trying not to foul. Sliding the ball forward and back. And as we get our thumb out of the ball early, we then rotate our fingers upward. That's going to give that ball rotation forward. And if you do it right, the ball is going to rotate first before actually going forward. If you do it wrong, the ball simply goes forward. How does that look? Let me get back a little further. We're going to slide the ball, thumb out, fingers around. Notice how the ball spun backward. It didn't go forward. That's because I had my thumb out of it and then my fingers came around. We're going to do that again. Slide forward, back, again. If I don't do it right, I slide forward, back, and the ball just goes forward. That's me not rotating my fingers around. That's meaning my fingers and thumb come out of the ball at the same time. What does this mean down lane? When you do this and your thumb and fingers come out of the ball at the same time and you're throwing a fingertip bowling ball, one, you've taken out potential revolutions on the bowling ball. Two, you might actually hang in the bowling ball, feel like your thumb is not getting out of it. That's because naturally your hand is trying to come over it or around it, and your thumb is still in the ball. That's not going to help your game. We really need to focus on getting our thumb out early and getting our fingers around. You can do this at home, on your carpet. Get that bowling ball, get on a knee, and just slide it forward and back. Thumb out, fingers up, fingers around. Get this motion of getting that thumb out and feeling the bowling ball on your fingertips. That will allow you to feel that motion. Just continue to do that. Repetitive, over and over. Build that muscle memory. Once you get in the habit of getting your thumb out early, then we're going to work about getting our fingers around. Oop, that was a little bad. Getting our thumb out and getting our fingers around. Now you notice the ball rotation instead of end over end, now it's going to be spinning at a slight angle. Do that again. Forward, back. Notice how the ball was rotating like this. That was me putting my rotation on the bowling ball. Forward and back. All we're going to be doing. You get your thumb out of it early. Another drill that we can work on to practice your release, get a football or a Pringles can or any kind of soup can. Start it off horizontally. So the Pringles can, imagine that it's horizontal lengthwise like this. You're holding it. Swing it and try and release it so the can ends up being front to back towards you and now spinning and throwing it into a couch, into a chair, against the wall, what have you. That will give you that same type of motion, letting your thumb off the can or off the football potentially early, right? Getting that can or that ball to spiral forward. That's the same motion we have with our bowling ball. Getting your thumb off the can or out of the ball early, your fingers around, imparting that motion so you get that spiral, that spin that we're looking for to create revolutions down lane. All right. That's going to do it for this week's tips and trick video on the release. We gave you a couple drills to do to not only improve your release, but improve your consistency. Remember, it's not about exactly doing it a certain way, but rather doing what's comfortable and promotes consistency in your game. That's what's going to improve your score. All right. Remember to like and subscribe to the JeWeL Bowling channel on YouTube, and we'll be back at you next week with some more content. Thanks, guys.